Should you replace set screws with self-drilling screws? Well, if you're doing electrical work, don't do this. But if you're building a DIY project, I'm gonna share some really helpful things in this video that might persuade you to do so. And this is something that we've recommended a while. And if you don't even know what this is an electrical coupling that you can get off the shelf. They make these in either the stamped steel or the cast, and we always recommend using these. I think they're just better across the board. And the way this works is it simply joins two pieces of EMT conduit together like this, which is another off-the-shelf material that normally is used for electrical work. And like I said, these are up to code. This is just made so you can use a screwdriver, and then you can just tighten these down and secure the set screw on the outside of the conduit. It doesn't interfere with anything on the inside. And if you're doing electrical work, these are what you're supposed to use. But we're building with the EMT conduit all the time. So is our community, making all kinds of awesome stuff. And this solution isn't as strong as some of the other methods for joining pipes and tubes and different things together. Because you're just relying on this set screw here. So what we've always recommended is to back out the set screw into, kind of utilize the hole that the set screw goes into, and then replace it with a number 8 by 1/2 inch self-drilling screw. And it's pretty simple to do. You just put it in that hole and then use the impact gun or whatever to drive it into the EMT conduit. But as you can see, that's going to put a pretty nasty cut into the bundle of wires that you have running through it if you're doing electrical work. But if you're building with the EMT conduit, this is a lot more strong and creates a much stronger connection. And we were actually, we say that pretty often, but we didn't really have anything to back it up. So we decided to use this testing rig that I've got behind me, and essentially just uses a winch and, with a series of cables and pulleys, we kind of used it to test and try to pull out conduit and see how much force. And then we used this luggage scale that maxes out at about 300 kilograms or around 660 pounds. And we used this to see how much force it would take to separate the two pieces of conduit. And we tried it both with the normal set screw that it comes with on both sides, and then just pulled it out. And that was around 186 pounds that this just pulled out, and the set screw, so much so that I've got it here somewhere, hopefully, where essentially the piece of conduit, here you go, the set screw, as you can see, where it was on the conduit holding it in place, and then it just kind of pulled out and created a little channel in the EMT conduit there. And that failed at around 186 pounds. So then we replaced the set screws with self-drilling screws and did the same test. And not only did that max out the tester at around 660 pounds, but it also completely straightened out the eye hook that we were using. So we didn't even get this to a failure point. The eye hook is what failed, and it already maxed out the tester and then pulled this straight, which is pretty astounding. So it is safe to say that this is much stronger for sure if you need that extra strength. But if you're doing electrical work, like I said, don't do this. It's not going to be up to code. But if you're building something, doing a DIY project with the EMT conduit, I think these results are pretty awesome and hopefully help you decide which way you want to do it in your build. If you enjoyed this, leave a like and consider subscribing. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.